first click test is an example of a navigation test. It's something that a UX researcher uses to learn how users travel through a website to complete a particular task or goal. With this kind of test, you're trying to make sure that your users do not get frustrated. When users come to your website to complete some sort of task, you want them to be able to do that without getting lost or confused. First, identify a task that you want a user to complete on your website. Let's say you're hiring me for a company, but you want to see whether I maintain a professional decorum in all of my social media accounts. How would you find my social media accounts on this page? What would you click on first? Imagine you're going to write a recommendation letter for me, but you can't quite remember what my presentation skills are like. If you wanted to learn more about that on this website, where would you go? Identify the hit zones on your homepage and on any interior pages. Hit zones are the places that your user could click to move along into that process to complete their goal or task. Next, let the user see a rough draft of your website and see what they click on. Do they hit a hit zone? Or do they click somewhere that isn't really going to get them anywhere? You can perform this test without a website at all. Just have some rough sketches of the website that you're planning to build and give those to your user. As long as the hit zones have been identified in your head, you'll get some information from doing the test that way. These rough sketches are often referred to as wireframes. Wireframes are incredibly important for allowing you to learn a lot about how your users might travel through your website before you've put a lot of time and energy into actually building it. First click tests have a lot to do with language and labeling. Imagine that I have my kitchen drawers labeled this way. When someone visits my house and is helping me cook, I ask that person to go get the measuring spoons. If you were that person, what drawer would you open? Which drawer you pick entirely depends on how you understand the labels for these drawers. I call the top drawer silverware, but other people call it tableware, flatware, cutlery. If you don't know what silverware means because you use one of those other terms, you might not know whether you should go into that drawer. And who's to say that that's really where measuring spoons would be anyway? You might go with the second drawer, bigger utensils and tools. But I don't know, is that where it goes? Are measuring spoons really that big? This is what a first click test is all about, the language and the labels. As you test drafts of your website with your users, you will learn a lot about how to organize your website and also how to label that organization.